is up, y'all? It is your boy Grant here with the Groovy Files. Today, I will be talking and discussing the Baby Keem album, Casino, the long-awaited since Melodic Blue. Um, so, first thing, let's just get into it. Let me get my phone out so I can break down the tracks a little bit. So, my biggest thing is that the biggest thing for me is that this album to me is better than the Melodic Blue, his last album. The reason why is that I feel like Melodic Blue was him kind of from Die for My Bitch. That album, I thought it was good, and I feel like that was a good representation of what Baby Keem can do. Melodic Blue was cool. I liked it. There's some songs that I like on there, the songs that I don't. Casino feels like an actual body of work. And when I say body of work, there's cohesiveness. It feels like a narrative is being built, and Baby King isn't some elite level lyricist, but that doesn't mean you can't like world build as an artist, right? Um, so the first thing for me is that No Security, of course, is good. Um, but the big thing for me is that the second track, Casino, very hard hitting, like off rip, like it. And of course, Cardo got wings, been in the game for 15 years now, and he's still doing it. One of the most versatile producers in the game, and somebody that has been in Kendrick and King's ear for a while now. So that's my big thing for me. Birds and the Bees, I didn't like it at first, but it's catchy, and I think it's the grower of the album. The big thing for me is that King does a great job of telling you about himself as an artist, but also as a person and how he grew up. And I love the Boo Man documentary because the whole point of the game about this being called Casino is that his mama gambled rent money and was talking about resenting her for that, but also forgiving her for that down the line, and then how far he's came and everything like that, and how his life he didn't have handouts. Like it wasn't like a handout type of situation. Like it was he grinded for his spot, and I respect that. Like I respect that a lot. Um, Good flirts. So one thing for me, that root beer good, but good flirts. So one thing for me is that I personally do not like the narrative that Kendrick is bad on features. I think he is actually a very good feature artist. And I feel like he was fine on here. But that being said, I also think that instead of on here, I feel like this feature was just okay, and I don't feel like it was fully needed. I do think he needed a full verse on Casino or House Money. Like I felt like he works better. He would have worked better on these type of tracks with teams. Like I feel like that would have been a banger. And yeah, so that's really big for me. I'm not a lyricist, so this is one of the more controversial songs on the album. People love it because they're saying, "Man, King, he sound like Andre 3000 here." And although I do agree, but I would take that and I would say he sounds like Section 80 Kendrick and a little bit of childish Gambino, a little bit like Camp Les. He reminded me of that, and a little bit of because of internet. So that's my thing. Sex Appeal is a very good song. With Too Short, I really rock with that song. I was actually surprised he could pull it off. So he does a great job on the entire album of showing his versatility without doing too much. My big thing for me on this album is that his Kendrick, the Kendrick influence is a little too big on some tracks, and I'm not saying in a bad way. I'm saying like, yeah, you can kind of tell Kendrick was in his ear doing it, and feel like he kind of mimicked him some points instead of kind of having his own identity. It's not everywhere, but it's some places. Um, overall, I feel like what Keem did with this album, I really enjoy because he built a narrative. And the thing about doing a conceptual body of work and building a narrative through an album is not an easy thing to do. Um, he did that pretty well. So I'm pretty impressed. I think it's strong. I think it's one of my favorite things from King. If I'm going from that to Melodic Blue, I think it's really good. So appreciate that. Appreciate you guys. Follow sub for more. Appreciate you guys. See you.